students, welcome back to Career Forum YouTube channel. Students, in today's video, we are going to discuss one of the most important topic of English section, and the topic for today's discussion is reading comprehension. Well, students, reading comprehension form a crucial part of verbal or English section in any competitive exam. And student, the purpose of giving RC in exam is to check your reading ability, or you can say the reading skill, as well as your comprehension ability. Okay, so basically if I talk about the purpose of giving RC in exam is just to check your reading ability as well as your comprehension ability. Okay, as well as they also check your vocab power. So the purpose of giving RC in exam typically focus on your reading skill. Okay, so this is the first particular thing that they want to check. Second is your comprehension, your understanding ability. Okay, your comprehension ability. And third is your vocabulary. So basically giving RC in exam is just a matter of purpose, because they usually want to check your reading skills, your comprehension ability and your vocab power. Okay, and usually the test makers often purposefully fill the passages with complex vocabulary, and for an infrequent readers it would take a lot of time to comprehend such passages. Okay, so it is important to ace reading comprehension section with a proper strategy to solve it most accurately, okay, or with 100% accuracy. Okay, now if I talk about the strategy to improve RC, the very first thing that you need to focus on is reading. So this particularly the purpose, if you want to fulfill this purpose, you need to be a frequent reader. Try to be a frequent reader. Read every day whatever you like. Okay, but try to read at least. Okay, and students, because they give passages from diverse areas, it is also important to diversify your reading. Okay, so that simply means try to read diverse range of topics. Okay, don't focus on any one particular kind of topic. Try to diversify your reading. Okay, this is one of the most important aspect of to develop your reading skill. So try to diversify your reading. So this is one of the most important aspect if you really wish to gain accuracy in solving reading comprehension passages. Okay, well, now if I talk about the types of area or topics for reading comprehension, so usually they give you questions from these 4 areas. So the first is social science. Okay, so this particularly intake consists history, anthropology, sociology and government related any area or topic. Second is natural science. It typically involves biology, physics, chemistry, astronomy or botany. Humanities involves art, music, literature, philosophy, and this is important for bank exam because usually they give you passages from economics. Okay, anything related to economics. Other than this, you may also get passages based on marketing or human resources. So basically, if I talk about the areas or topics that they give you in reading comprehension passages, so they usually give their the passages from these particular 4 areas. Okay, so try to read books, journals, editorials from these areas to diversify your reading. Okay, now if I talk about the tips to deal with the long RCs, because usually in the exam you will find RCs which are very lengthy. Okay, so if you have a long passage, so important there is to have a proper strategy to solve those RC questions. Okay, RCs. Okay, now so remember such a vast breadth of topics means you need to diversify your reading in order to make sure that you are comfortable reading every kind of passage. Okay, so diversifying your reading will help you in will help you in sorting out the passage, and it's will help you ultimately in comprehending the passage more accurately. Okay, now let us see what should be our tips or what should be our approach or strategy to deal with the long RCs. Okay, so usually we need to focus on opening and closing paragraphs of the passages. So remember, this is one of the very crucial point while solving RC passages. Okay, what basically you need to do is we generally read the whole passage. Okay, but remember, you don't have to read the whole passage. You just have to focus on the opening and the closing paragraphs. Okay, opening is basically something which will give you some sort of introduction, and closing paragraph will give you some sort of conclusion. Okay, but this is not necessarily will be given to you always. So try to be try to read between the lines so that you can get the idea either from the opening paragraph or from the closing paragraph. Okay, and the second is use context to detect the theme of the passage. This is again an important point. Try to read the context of the passage casually to detect the theme of the passage. Okay, every passage has a theme. Every passage contains a theme, and you have to detect that particular theme in order to find the gist of the passage. Okay, or you can say the theme of the passage. Remember that this theme is again an important aspect, because many a time they give you question from this particular area. So if you will be able to find the theme of the passage, you will definitely be able to solve the questions based on theme. Okay, the third point is read frequently and diversely. So this I have just mentioned you that you need to focus on your reading from diverse areas, and you have to be a frequent reader. Okay, try to read the diverse range of topics so that you become comfortable in understanding or in comprehending the passage comfortably. Okay. Okay. Now the fourth is improve vocabulary to comprehend the passage. This is again an important aspect, because you may also get questions based on this. So vocabulary is another aspect to, if you really wish to deal with the long RC passages, because having a sound knowledge of vocabulary will help you in comprehending the passage more accurately. Okay, so try to focus on or try to work out on your vocab part so that you may have a sound vocabulary, and this will ultimately help you in solving the RC passages. Clear? Fine. Now the fifth is using elimination method to ensure accuracy. So this is the approach which we will discuss later. Okay, basically we need to use this method, elimination method, to ensure our accuracy. So this is basically the most important, or you can say the most appropriate approach to find a most you can say the most appropriate choice. Okay, or option. So this is all about the tips that will help you in dealing with the long RC passages. Okay, now let's look at the types of question which usually come in reading comprehension. So these are the types of question, means these particular points are important because they usually give questions based on these 6 points. Okay, so the first is factual. What do you mean by factual? So students, remember that factual simply means that examiner intend to ask you to identify the fact. Okay, and usually they give you question like which of the following is true or false from the passage. So if I talk about factual based questions, that simply means they are fact based. Okay, and examiner intend to ask you to identify the fact. So basically fact means either they may ask you about the true statement from the passage, to identify true statement from the passage, or false statement from the passage. So these type of questions are generally come in fact based questions. Okay, second is main idea. So basically students, main idea is related to central theme of the passage. Okay, So this is basically the central theme of the passage. Okay, and usually the examiner give you the question related to main idea, as he may ask you whether about the gist of the passage, okay, or either they may ask you about the central idea of the passage, or sometimes they may ask you about the main highlight of the passage. Okay, main highlight of the passage. This all talks about the main idea of the passage, and to solve the question based on main idea, you just have to focus on the first paragraph and the last paragraph of the passage. Okay, because usually the main idea usually given in the first paragraph and in the last paragraph. Okay, so try to focus on the opening paragraph and the closing paragraph. Okay, the third is title. So basically title means that you need to look for the most suitable heading for the passage. Okay, title means the most suitable heading for the passage. Am I clear? Okay, and remember that the title should be built around the central idea of the passage. Means for question based on title, you have to focus on the central idea of the passage. Okay, because most of the time the titles are given or are based on the central idea of the passage, and usually the question asks select the most appropriate title for the passage. Usually the question they give you in exam is like select or suggest the most appropriate title for the passage. So usually they give you this question. Okay, so whatever the question given to you, if it is related to title, that simply means you have to suggest a suitable heading for the passage, and that particular heading will be built around the central idea of the passage. Clear? Okay, now let's move to the next point, and the next is inference questions. Okay, inference based question. This particular is very important because this usually comes in CAT examination. This comes in CLAT, GMAT, as well as in GRE. Okay, so basically inference based questions are given in CAT or CLAT, GMAT and GRE. Okay, now let us first understand what inference means. So in a typical way, if I say inference is simply means what we inferred from the passage. That simply means it is the indirect conclusion of the passage. Okay, so remember that inference is the indirect conclusion of the passage. This is important. Okay, this particular definition is important because this is giving you the clue. Remember that inference is basically a statement or a conclusion that is indirect from the passage. That simply means any option that is given directly from the passage will not be your answer. Okay, so remember that inferences are not directly stated in the passage. Okay, and usually the question which comes in exam based on inferences will be like what would be the most valid inference, okay, or what the passage implies, etc. Fine. Now the next is tone. This is usually asked in CLAT examination. This comes in SSC also sometimes, in CAT examination, in GRE, or sometimes in bank. Okay, so usually they ask questions based on tone in these particular examination. Okay, so student, remember that tone is basically the author's attitude toward a subject. So tone is, what is tone? It is attitude. It is attitude of author towards a subject, okay, or a topic given to you. Clear? So basically tone is attitude of author, or you can say author's attitude towards a subject or topic given to you. And it can be identified by looking at word choices and phrases. Okay, so if you really wish to look for the tone, so try to look for the word choices and phrases given to you in the passage, and also focus on writing style of the author. So you should be specific with the writing style, okay, of the author. Clear? So this will ultimately help you in solving the tone based questions. Okay, now the next is vocab based question. So basically these questions test your word power. Okay, so basically the questions based on vocabulary will test your its ultimate goal is to test your word power. Okay, word power. Okay, and they typically ask you to find synonyms or antonyms of the words given in the passage, and usually those words are highlighted or given in bold. Okay, so basically they either ask you synonyms or they may ask you antonyms. Okay, so usually either they will give you synonym related question or antonym related question. Clear? So this is basically the type of question which usually come in reading comprehension passages. Okay, now let us understand the points that we need to keep in mind while solving reading comprehension passages. Okay, so the first point is do not read the passage first. Okay, we are in habit of reading the passage thoroughly at the first glance. So remember student, it is an unnecessary aspect. Don't try to read the passage. Okay, in fact try to read the question and then try to look for the clue words that is given in the question, and then try to read the passage considering that particular clue which is given in the question. Okay, so don't read the passage first. In fact, try to read the question. Read the question and look for the clue or the keywords. Okay, and then you have to search or look for these keywords in the passage. So you don't have to read the whole passage. Okay, next is don't look for the options from outside the passage. Okay, usually the options that are given out from outside the passage seem to be strong, but because they are from outside, they will be absolutely incorrect. Okay, so don't try to get obsessed with the options that are from outside the passage. Clear? And third is opening and closing paragraphs require extra attention. Yes, because many a time you will be able to solve the whole passage, I mean the questions, just focusing on opening and the closing paragraph. You don't even have to read the whole paragraphs. You just have to focus on opening and the closing paragraph. Okay? Okay. Now here is the method that we will use to solve our RC question. So basically the method is called Bain method. The method is Bain. Okay? And this particularly focuses on elimination method. So the basic approach to solve RC question is elimination method. Our method is elimination method. Okay, so let us first understand what Bain is. See, B stands for broad statement, A stands for alien, N stands for narrow, and E for extreme. Any statement which is broad in meaning, means which is too generic or too specific to be your answer, will always be eliminated. Means any option which is broad in meaning will always be eliminated. Next is alien. Alien means odd one. Any option which is odd, or if it is odd, simply means it is from outside of the passage. So any option which is odd or from outside of the passage will not be your answer. That simply means this will also be eliminated. Narrow statement means if the statement given to you consists of words like only, all, no, always, etc. So usually these options make your statement too narrow in meaning. Okay. For example, if I write only A is good, what does it mean? It simply means that only A is good. That simply means the other are bad. Okay. So this particular word is making this option or this statement too narrow in meaning. Okay. So remember that any statement which usually have the words like all, only, no, always will be considered incorrect. Okay. In most of the cases, we consider narrow statement always incorrect. Okay. And remember, except for factual passages or factual statement. Okay. Now, extreme means if something is exaggerated in such a way that it becomes too extreme to be your answer, this in such cases will also not be your answer. Means this will also be eliminated. So the method or the approach that we actually opt to solve RC question is based on elimination. Try to look for the options that are broad, means too generic or too specific to be your answer. Look for alien options, look for narrow options, try to look for extreme statement, and then eliminate them all. And finally, you will come up with your right choice. Am I clear? So I hope the session is clear to you all. If you feel that the session is worthwhile to you, do subscribe our channel, like it and share it with your friends. Okay. Thank you.